Good morning, everybody. Happy
Good
second
morning,
cup.
Katie.
Okay, you talk.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I got you okay.
Mike's on.
Do you hear him okay, John?
Do you hear this, John?
No, he just walked away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, unless I'm hearing you through my microphone. Well, let us know if you don't hear Aaron well. It doesn't really matter.
Big loss.
Yep, no big loss. Thank you. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Aaron
you.
turned 50 yesterday.
This is true. The big 5-0.
The big
yesterday.
5-0.
Yeah. So here we go. Starting off the 50th year. Feeling okay. Yeah. Had my ibuprofen this morning.
Mhm.
Good to go.
I saw him down a couple of those ibuprofen. That'll make you feel a little bit better, huh?
Yeah. You know, I've been like max training was last week.
Oh, yeah. Let's blame it on the training.
Well, that's what I'm going to blame it on. Now I get
It
to,
wasn't that getting out of bed today was just a little bit harder than it used to be.
now I get to taper, which is like the best word ever.
Oh, fantastic. Peter says, happy 35th birthday to you.
Oh, thanks.
Jeff Baker says, happy birthday, Weather Daddy.
Yes. Edward's not here this week, so.
So someone's
So
got to pick
Jeff
up.
Baker gets to
Thanks,
bring
Jeff
that
Baker. Yeah,
comments.
playing the role of Ed is Jeff. Glad to have you guys with us this morning. We were going to talk about the 4th of July. Also, did you watch the news this morning? Did you see what the number one drink is in the U.S. for the summer?
No. Is it-
Well, if
go
you saw, maybe don't guess. But if you didn't see, give us a couple guesses. What do you think the number one drink is?
let's see. I did not see. Is it like one of those seltzers?
No.
Really?
Like it's an actual cocktail.
Oh. I guess the silence is deafening. I have no idea.
Well, I was going to give people a couple minutes to
Okay.
guess. John, do you know where that study was even from?
It's a company called Coffee. Coffee Mess. Coffee Mess is the company.
And it was the top one of the summer, right?
It's a coffee drink?
America.
In America. Yeah. No, that's just who did it.
I think it was just the summer.
Not just the summer. It was just like now. Well, I'm going to call it a summer drink because it kind of is a summer drink to me. Let's see
Okay.
if anybody's got it yet. Pepsi, no. Iced tea, no. It's like an actual cocktail, just so you guys know. Pina colada, no. Cosmopolitan, no. Cosmo, no. Long Island iced tea, no. Jeff Baker, beer.
Yes.
Erin Phillips says she actually knows the answer, but if she had to guess, she would have guessed the espresso martini.
I saw your mom said, "Here, happy birthday, Aaron."
Marguerite, hold on one second. It says it's not water. No, we're talking like the number one cocktail. Nobody's got it yet. Espresso martini, margarita, wine. Are you people ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
I bet you've never had one.
I could probably never heard of it. So
It's
bring it on.
It's an Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, over 2. Never heard of it and then never had it. What
That's
is
it right there. Aperol Spritz.
What's in it?
Aperol.
I wish we could rewind. So, what's Aperol?
My friends are like
Peach tree?
obsessed with these. It's kind of
Ah.
like a citrusy. I guess I described it as citrusy.
What would Ed call this? Like,
So it's 3 ounces of
spritzer, huh?
Aperol, part of Prosecco,
oh,
club soda, or unflavored sparkling water, and then you add an orange slice.
looks fun.
Lori says she's never heard of it.
See? That'll
See, I can't believe everybody's never heard of it. My girlfriends drink these all the time. They've been drinking it for the past like 3 years.
Oh, they were so cool 3 years ago, huh?
They just do. This became their like drink of choice.
Really?
Yeah. Not mine. I still like a classic glass of wine. The like bubbly stuff doesn't really do it for me, and it's got Prosecco in it and whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
boy, do they love them. Anybody else?
Good to know.
Marguerite says Aperol, is it bitter? Personally, I think it's a little bitter. Like that's part of the reason why they're not my favorite, but other people really like them.
So your friend group is into it.
They're really into them. They make them at the pools. They love them.
Get you.
The girls are always making their Aperols.
Okay. Well,
Shirley says, listen, I guess we just don't get out enough.
I was going to say, if I ever were to go out again, I will see if they have that.
Yeah. Aaron says Negronis are big, but I have no idea what's in them. What's in a Negroni? Campari, gin, and vermouth. Oof.
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 Sounds like I would need a couple more ibuprofen the next day.
Yeah, I think so. I think you would. Connie says she's seen them, but she didn't know what they were called. Linda says she guess she's too old for them. I feel like you see them when you go out to like a nice cocktail place. You know, people like to start with a cocktail and then they'll be like, oh, we'll have the Aperol spritz. And then we move on from there. I'm like, just the bottle of wine. You could just keep it here.
Your Friday nights are different from mine. Mine are like, all right, hit the couch. Hopefully there's a good sporting event on. And
No,
got the old standard.
my
blue
house
light.
is definitely my favorite place to like just chill. Yes, I did want to bring up, where did my mom's comment go? Because yes, there you go.
Boom. Happy birthday, Aaron. I owe you a pie when I get an oven.
That was part of my birthday gift to Aaron, was one pie from my mother. I wrote it in
yeah,
this card.
all of your gifts. So you got me some Nutella, which I eat often, which was great because I
went
always
for
run
kind
out
of
it.
like funny little
Yeah,
gifts.
and then the napkins, they were like,
Their
hilarious.
cocktail napkins, they say, please leave by 9.
yeah, I should have
So
made
when
it
you
say
have a-
8. Yeah.
So when you have a party, you just set those out.
And then your mom said she would make me any pie I wanted. Now, I was talking to Paul. So my favorite pie is pecan pie. And he said your mom makes a killer pecan pie.
I got to tell you, she never used to make a pecan pie, and we never used to be into a pecan pie. Because I feel like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I don't like that. Actually, I love them. They're delicious.
They're the best.
She just started making them a couple years ago, and I was like, where have these been all our life?
Great question.
They're so good.
So what's with the oven? When is it going to be fixed? Like that is the biggest question of the day.
Well, hopefully my dad's not in the same room, because there's a little bit of a debate going on over the oven. So we'll just,
And I don't know how to fix it. Otherwise, I would come over.
Well,
'cause,
maybe
I'm-
she could
I'm
put
what
it
you
together.
call not handy.
maybe she could put it together and then she could stick it in your oven.
All right, mine would work.
You could bake it, maybe. That's a possibility, Mom. If you want to go, you could just drop off the not baked pie at Aaron's house with the directions on how to bake it.
Make the directions crystal clear. Like oven, 420 minutes, turn oven on, like that kind of stuff.
Aaron Phillips wants to know if you liked her card.
I thought it was hilarious. E2, yes. Some of the cards were super, super funny.
Linda wants to know, how many pecans does it take to make a pie? Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why
I
my
guess
mom
that'd be-
makes them.
Yeah, that's why we go to the expert.
Yeah.
If she's watching, she'll
Lori
chime
says
in.
she loves making pecan pies. Connie wants to know what's wrong with her oven. It's not turning on right. It's not heating up right. It's been this whole thing.
That's a real bad timing with my birthday pie.
Also, we have bad timing with the 4th of July because you
La
know,
la 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 la. Let's talk
focus
about
on
what's
what's
important
important.
here.
It's my birthday
Yeah,
pie.
the birthday pie. So the pecan pie, MB, whenever the oven gets fixed, I'm ready for it.
Barbara says she's currently having raspberry pie with second cup.
That's a good one too. Pecan though, that's an easy. What's your favorite pie? Pecan. And then I like the fruity ones afterward.
God, I love pie. A lot of the times for my birthday, I'll request pie instead of cake. And then I can never pick which pie I want. So I usually request 2 pies. And then my mom makes 2 pies.
I request 2 cakes.
2
One-
cakes?
Yeah, one for the people.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom gets me my own personal ice cream cake.
Oh my God, of course she does. Oh my God.
Which is in the freezer.
Aaron's mom. We got good moms. Aaron's
yes,
mom,
Yes.
literally, like Paul is like
Oh,
obsessed with her.
she
She's
thinks
so
Paul
nice
is
to
so-
Paul.
What did she text me? That Paul is so handsome.
And we saw her this weekend, and she put her hand on Paul's face, and she goes, "You are so handsome.
He's
You're
like-
such a handsome boy."
Yeah.
Paul was like,
Aaron's
"Tell
mom,
me more."
Tell me something I didn't know. is
Oh
what
my
he said.
God, it
Yeah.
was so cute. Let's see here. Laura says the first time she ever made a pecan pie, she won an award at a party.
I'd like you to prove that to us, Laura.
Linda says, as I told in Florida, it's pronounced pecan,
Pecan.
because pecans were used by ladies of the evening. Ew. Ew, Linda. Jeff Baker says beer goes great with pies. And Parker's Pit. My birthday's on the 5th. I will be 50. Oh my God, I'm now an old man.
Well, welcome to the club. Yeah, you'll get a lot of funny cards pointing out that you're 50.
Becker Farm says the best pies: cherry, raspberry, apple, pumpkin. Okay, I have to say, if I had to pick one, pecan pie might be up there. But since I'm just getting used to it now, my hardcore favorite for all time
Cherry?
has been pumpkin. God, I love a pumpkin pie.
I don't.
God.
I mean, they're okay, but that would be, of those 4, it would be number 4.
Oh,
Pecan would be 1. Then I would go with cherry. I don't know, raspberry, apple,
Oh.
pumpkin. Like that
you can
order.
put apple at the end for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I like an apple pie.
I mean, it's a real classic.
America.
But yeah.
Hey, you.
Like, when do you not have an apple pie? Like, I want something I don't usually get, like a cherry one.
All
I
right.
don't know if I've ever had a raspberry pie.
They're good. You know what? At Greg's You Pick, they've got like the variety fruit
Oh.
pies.
Ooh, oh yeah. My mom does a good blueberry too.
Oh, and rhubarb pie is really good too, Peter.
Mm.
Although they like the rhubarb, I don't really know what to do with like cooking wise, but rhubarb pie is delicious.
Put it in a pie, I guess.
Great point. Thank you.
I don't know what
Only if I had an oven that worked.
Parker Spit says favorite is peanut butter pie. No, I thought
Oh my goodness.
I thought that would be your favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like 1A and 1B.
Because doesn't your mom make you
Yeah,
a
she
peanut
makes
butter
me
pie?
peanut butter pie too for the
These are the
holidays.
things you know about people when you've been working with them for too long.
What do I do without my mom? I would never eat
Wow.
anything fun.
Linda says a pear pie is good. I've never had a pear pie.
I never had a pear pie either. I'd love to try it.
Anne Marie says peach cobbler, hands down, is her favorite. Aaron
Oh,
Phillips
I
says
do love peach pie.
strawberry cream pie. Raspberry pies are great. Strawberry rhubarb is great.
You know what
Yes.
my mom made also? You know what? Erin made that sausage dip
Uh-huh.
and gave him on the recipe at the meat raffle, and she made that for me for my birthday too.
Who made the cheesy potatoes?
I would assume my mom. She made everything.
Those are good.
Those are great, and they were gone. I went,
Wow.
because I was like
I-
talking to everybody, and then I went back. There was a little bit left, and then I went back, and the whole tray was gone.
I
Did
must
Paul
have.
steal it?
I must have hit him. I must have hit him in the in between.
Oh, rhubarb. Okay, yeah, that was one up there.
Peach pie isn't too bad. Ooh, a peach pie is really good too. God, this is just making us hungry today.
Seriously, my stomach's about to growl.
Noreen says love blueberry and peach.
Yeah, blueberry pie can't go wrong.
Parker Spit closed the 4th and 5th. And banana cream pie. There's one we haven't mentioned yet.
That's a good one.
Okay, so listen. Speaking of the 4th, because Parker's Pit is closed on the 4th, we were looking at this survey, how much people are planning to spend. It's from the National Retail Federation. You need more pain pills over there
No, I need more space. This desk was not made for someone
for
who's
someone
a
with
little
your
taller
height.
than some of the other people.
Americans are expected to spend $9.4 billion on Independence Day food items alone.
How much?
9.4 billion
With a B.
with a B across the whole country
It's a lot of money.
on just food.
Okay.
They're expected to spend about $90 per person on food. I thought that was a lot.
We both think that's a
We
lot.
both think that was a lot, but we're also thinking alcohol's got to be included here. And I guess if you were like a family that did, maybe you did ribeyes for, you know what I mean? Like you go big for the 4th of July, you're like, we're having steak and whatever. That
looks
can
good
get
right
pretty
there.
pricey.
You know what I respect? These
What
guys
is
right
that,
there who
pork
know what they're
chops?
doing on the grill. Is Paul a good griller? I could see.
Yeah,
him.
he's pretty good at griller. Yeah.
That's a skill.
My brother's a good griller. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And I
cool.
guess if you did like sometimes for the 4th of July, people will do like clams. You know what I mean? Like you'll kind of go
Yeah.
out and get different kind of stuff. What are you guys eating for the 4th of July? Tomorrow I'm doing some price tracking. I was just doing it at my desk. I was going to do hamburgers and hot dogs because I just feel like that's, excuse me, if you're price tracking, like that's the way to go.
Yeah. I would say hamburgers, hot dogs. What kind of vegetables do people eat?
Watermelon. Mhm.
Oh,
That's exactly what I was
love
going to do.
watermelon.
Those 3 things.
It's always
I saw a watermelon yesterday at Target for $4.99.
really.
Mhm.
Ooh, I should get on that.
Yeah, it was a big one. I ended up just buying the smaller one. I can't remember how much that one was, but like a big watermelon, Paul and I will not go through.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's just for 2 people.
Yeah, I always have a bowl of it like,
Yeah.
in the fridge. I'm always just
Yeah,
grabbing.
that's true.
On my races, that's like my favorite thing to eat. I
That's-
guess it's also water.
That's
and
a
it
perfect
just-
thing.
Yeah, settles everything down.
I'll tell you who also loves a watermelon. That's Little Bandit. If I put watermelon on his food, he is jazzed. I put watermelon and blueberries on it, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Well,
score.
you know, he and I would wrestle for food. So.
So dark. Well, I put it over the dog food, so you can probably leave it alone.
It's his then.
Let's see here. Barbara says that's a lot of pie and Aperol spritzes.
Ah, the Aperol spritzes.
Oh, and Barbara also brought up lemon meringue. And then my mom mentioned she does make a blueberry and peach pie.
Yeah,
She
that
does a combo.
sounds very good too.
Hmm.
But I mean, if she wants to test out the new oven and make pecan and some other. fruit
Okay, so
pies,
mom,
that's
once
fine.
you get that oven going, let's pump some things out
Let's
here.
go. Yeah.
Jeff Baker says, including drinks, he'd be over that $90 for sure. I mean, like that's the thing. When you start adding in drinks for people, it gets a little expensive.
It does. It does.
Peter says they grilled ribs. Lori says they're going hamburgers and hot dogs is good. Peter says, Katie, when you price check, don't forget the salads. We skip the salads when we price check.
Well, yeah.
I feel like there's too many ways to make a salad, Peter. Like in my defense for price tracking,
Okay.
like, what kind of lettuce do you want? And then what are you putting in it? And then are you buying the pre-made bag salad or are
Yes.
you like, there's just too many choices. So I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm going to stick with the meat on the 4th.
I do hamburgers, hot dogs, watermelon. I think it's what I'm price tracking. Maybe I'll do pie after this conversation.
Yeah.
Shirley says we're invited to a party, catered food and an ice cream truck. Okay.
Oh, Shirley. That sounds awesome.
Jeff Baker, maybe you can respond to this one because I don't have any idea. Or did somebody say that they were making? I don't know. How long did it take trees to grow before they started producing fruit?
And Jeff can also explain, like, you need the 2 different kinds of trees too, like a male and female
Yeah.
tree to cross pollinate. So if you're starting to get into fruit trees, talk to an expert. Don't just, throw one in the ground and be like, oh, I'm hoping I get some cherries or something. 'cause
Come
it
on,
might
cherries.
not happen. Yeah. I believe apples, you have to cross pollinate. Ask Jeff. He'll know all the answers.
The trees have a different,
Yeah.
interesting. Because my neighbors have an apple tree, but that makes apples every year and there's only one.
Okay. I mean, you have to, like with different trees sometimes
Yeah.
if you want.
But so cucumbers, my mom grows cucumbers. And on the plant, you have male and female flowers.
Mhm.
And so she goes out there with her little toothbrush because if she doesn't see bees,
Yeah.
she'll pollinate herself. She'll use a little paintbrush and because she tries to grow as many cucumbers as she can.
Oh, that's really cool.
So she'll take the male flower to the female flower.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So she gets,
You have to do that with some of the plants and some of the trees.
Yeah.
That is amazing that
Yeah.
your mom gets out there and does it.
she gets out there
How's your clematis doing?
so well.
Mine too.
Oh my God, it looks so
They're
good.
so purple.
I got to
Except-
share some current pics.
I should take some too, except for the rain on Saturday brought a lot of the petals down.
It's
I
same.
was super
Yeah.
bummed.
Yeah. But I took some pics last week here.
Okay.
Jeanette says, I have some guests checking in for your price checking this week. Share the wealth, Katie. Okay, cool. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm doing Salen's hot dogs. I'm going to do ground beef and I'm going to do watermelon. Jeff says they're doing ribs, chicken on the smoker, sausage, burgers, and dogs in the grill. Boy, Jeff, a little bit of everything if you go to Jeff's. Jason's back on our pie track with coconut cream pie.
Oh, coconut cream pie is delicious.
Look who's here.
Oh,
Your mom's
peanut
here.
butter pie for my thanks, Mom. Good morning.
Good morning, honeys. You're so adorable. I would say peanut butter pie for your choice.
Yeah, I was saying pecan pie too, Mom, but the peanut butter pie is definitely.
I got to tell you, I don't know that my mom's ever made a peanut butter one, so you might want to stick with the pecan.
With your mom?
Yeah.
And then my mom can do
Yeah.
the peanut butter
Yeah,
pie.
that's what I'm thinking.
How long do my birthday pies last?
My mom also doesn't like peanut butter. So, I know it's
Really?
weird. There are some people out there that don't. She's one of them.
Oh,
So
all
she'd probably rather do a
I'm not
pecan
going to
one.
say anything because she's going to make me a pie, but it's kind of weird. We'll see you for lunch today.
Parker's
Yeah.
Pit. I remember a few years ago, Aaron did a 5K run in Youngstown, came over to us and grabbed some nachos.
Most likely,
That doesn't sound like Aaron.
that is definitely true.
I don't know who you were thinking
yeah.
of.
That's going to be so, yeah. And I've got this big race coming up. And I tell you, the food part is my biggest worry because I like to eat. And after a 5K, I'm sure I went and got a nacho
PB
platter.
and J's. You bring some PB and J's.
I love the Uncrustables.
Yeah.
I eat a bunch of those.
Boy, everybody swears by those. My brother loves those things. I've never had one.
Really?
Yeah.
They're delicious.
Are they?
And they're easy. Just brute. Yeah. And if they're still frozen, the peanut butter's a little
You know what?
crusty.
My brother says the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
love it.
I
So they have this. I always sound like you. They have like 370 calories. So
oh, they do. That's a lot.
Oh.
Don't
well, I
you
need
think?
like 8. I don't know.
Well, I mean, not if you're running a big race, but if
Yeah.
I'm just
so
sitting
that's
down
like
and
a
eat
big part of my repertoire. Yeah. Oh, pulled pork sandwich sounds so good. I do not like coleslaw though, Carol.
it. Okay, wait.
So I always
Look
get
at
that to the
check
side.
out what Lauren's doing. They spent $500 on Father's Day dinner for everyone. So basically, same food. Wow,
Wow.
that sounds awesome.
And they know people too.
Since we're doing my granddaughter's birthday, they know people too.
All right. Isn't that Ed's sister-in-law?
Since we're doing my granddaughter's birthday and family reunion with the out-of-town family, we're looking at big dollars. Julie says potato salad, macaroni salad, the list goes on.
Mm.
Shirley said nobody mentioned elderberry pie. And can I tell you another nobody mentioned mulberry pie? One time Ryan and I, my friend Ryan,
Yeah, right.
tried to make a mulberry pie because he had a mulberry tree in his yard.
Okay. How'd it go?
It was awful. It
I
tasted like
guess-
a weird sugar pie. Like we followed the directions, we do our I just don't think they have a lot of flavor. So
Yeah.
maybe if you've ever used mulberries, let me know.
I'm sticking with the pecan and peanut butter pies.
It wasn't a
Nothing's changed my
very-
mind just yet.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Yeah.
very flavorful
Yeah.
pie.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, Julie says she's a sides person. Potato salad, macaroni salad, the list goes on.
Oh, see, I am totally the opposite. Like, you know me. You know I don't like
Mhm.
like potato. Like I don't
Yeah,
like anything
mayo.
mayonnaise
Mhm.
and like that stuff. So, sometimes people are like, "You want this?" No, there's not a lot of mayonnaise in it. I'm like, "No, you sure?" Like, I'm pretty sure.
Really, even if it's really, really light mayo,
Yes.
you don't do anything with a little
Don't.
mayo base.
I don't want it touching the other food items.
Because I'm not a big mayo person either, but if it's a binder, I get it. But I mean, we're talking limited. Like my mom makes a chicken salad. She just puts very, very little in. And
But
her
that's
chicken
just like
salad is
it's more
different.
for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I.
Jeff Baker says 3 years for your fruit trees.
Okay, thanks.
Somebody
Jeff.
was asking. Lori said they had a lot growing up. Danielle says you want one of each pie when my mom.
I
puts
know
out the
it
pics.
seems like I keep saying that.
Somebody did mention a mulberry pie. Maybe they have a better recipe than what I did because it was bad.
Oh.
Jess said cross pollination is important.
Wasn't making this up.
Aaron Phillips wants me to track the prices of American cheese.
Ooh,
Okay.
like, Aaron Phillips is really bringing
Like a
the
cheese
bringing her A game
slice.
today. The cheese
Okay.
slices.
I'll take a look at that.
I like the Swiss cheese slices.
Let's see here. Peanut butter pie is great. Pecan pie. We've got another Melly. Look at see. She says she hates peanut butter too.
Okay.
Okay. Bill's bringing up one of our topics here as we got sidetracked by our
By the pie.
by our food
chit-chat.
conversation. So starting today, those stop arm cameras in the city of Buffalo are going to be active, but they're giving you a warning. So they're the like cameras that are on, like the arm that goes out in front and the kids cross. So they've got cameras now on all of them in Buffalo. And if you drive by a stop school bus, you're going to get a warning in the letter. And you're supposed to also get a video or pictures of the actual offense.
Okay. So you can see if it's you or like
Mhm.
maybe your kid borrowed your car.
Ooh, right.
I would be livid.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a warning, huh? Like if they get you.
So it's a warning up from starting today through the end of September. October 1st, it's a fine.
Okay.
$250.
Good.
And do you know that there's like thousands and thousands of people who drive by
I can't
stop
believe
school
the
buses
number that you said this morning.
every day?
Mind-boggling.
Isn't that crazy?
Unless you don't like know, maybe there's a bus beyond a median and you're not quite sure,
Yeah.
but you should still stop. Like if it's in front of you with a little red flashing
Yes.
sign and you go around it.
I
like,
remember one time as a very young driver, I had a confusing moment when it was multiple lanes.
Mhm.
And I was very like, and then I remember feeling awful for like days.
Look, still.
Because still, because I was a young driver, I didn't really realize,
Yeah.
and it was like the lanes, double lanes both ways, and I was confused. And I mean, no.
Yeah. I mean,
It took one time for me to be like, oh my God. But when you think about what could have happened,
it
Mhm.
stays with you for a long time.
it sure does. Let's see here. Yeah, because Bill had been wondering.
Are we back on the pies
I
now?
missed it. Oh no, Bill was wondering why wouldn't they be safe on their bus? So yeah, it would be for them to be able to cross the
Yeah.
street in front of their buses.
Did we want to touch on the hurricane at all or no?
Yeah, do you want to touch on the hurricane? You have its path here. So why don't we pull that up, John? So Aaron can let people know about the
Just real
hurricanes
quickly, because I see the numbers have changed. The 8 a.m. update came out, so it has strengthened. It's now a Category 4 storm. Notice it's approaching the Windward Islands right now, moving westward at around 20 miles per hour. It is moving pretty quickly, so that's some good news. And then it does weaken as it gets into the Caribbean and then over the Yucatan and into the Gulf of Mexico by this upcoming weekend. That's the western Gulf of Mexico. If you have any interest in, say, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, or Cancun, perhaps you have a vacation planned or a destination wedding this week, pay attention to the weather as that storm will, could be quite impactful in that path through the Caribbean.
Yeah, how about that? That's
Okay.
not good.
Just want to give everybody the update because the 8 a.m. Numbers came out.
Well, that's smart because some people like to go away this week. It's a big travel week, and we get a lot of people who head down south. So look if you're going to Florida, not really a huge deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But right on the fringe there, Cancun, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands. Good news, the storm's moving quickly. It's expected to weaken as it moves westward. But right now, it's a major hurricane, Category 4, and expected to stay like that for the next 24 hours.
So I do follow Paul and I vacationed at this place in Cancun, and I do follow them on Facebook, and I noticed that they posted what to do in case of a hurricane.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like, make sure your balcony door shut. You could put your mattress up against the balcony door should you want to, like the sliding glass doors. It was just
Gotcha.
all prep, so.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're in the Caribbean. They've
Mhm.
had them before.
Yeah.
They have them again, so I'm sure they're prepped for it.
Agreed,
So
right.
just keep an eye on if you have, something planned there.
Yeah, Julie says she's all for the fine for people who pass the school bus. Kids need safety. Absolutely. Danielle says, are they randomly going to stop in front of people's houses this week to see how many cars fly by? I don't know what they're going to do. My guess is they probably got some kids maybe doing summer school stuff. Some
Yeah,
kids
summer
they've got
school,
to
there's
get to
always
and from.
Something.
So, yeah.
That's
and-
a good question. There's not a lot of kids on the buses now. In the month of
True.
July.
So maybe this is a good test time.
Yeah.
Kathy says they live right across the street from a high school. A lot of people pass the flashing buses. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wonder how long it'll take to get that letter in the mail. A couple days.
I would say probably a little bit longer. That's
Okay.
just a guess. I don't actually know. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Glad to have. We had more than 200 people with us today
On a Monday.
for a
Awesome.
conversation about pies and the 4th of July. So we'll be with you as we count down to the 4th of July, and
I'll have the weather coming up in just a few.
see you then. Bye, guys.